Hi, I'm Kev Lavery, and this is a quick tip to make sharing your screen in online rooms a bit easier. Some users find the screen sharing function of online rooms a bit confusing because you don't automatically see a preview of what you're sharing. That's easy to fix though. The reason it doesn't do this by default is because the results will be markedly different for users with single or dual monitors. Making it an option to turn on limits the confusion that would come with automating it.
To share your screen, all you need to do is select Share My Screen in one of the share pods. If you don't already have the Adobe Connect add-in installed, you'll be prompted to install it now. This is a browser add-in that you need if you want to share your screen. As it's just a browser extension, you don't need any special permissions to install it. For more on this, see our guide using the Adobe Connect add-in. When I select to share my screen, it asks me what I want to share, whether I want to share an application, window or desktop, and if I'm using more than one monitor, which of those I wish to share. When you do this, your online room session will minimize into what's known as the mini control, which will give you a little preview as well as giving you some quick access to your webcam, mic, audio level, attendees, chat, and notifications. Some people find this a bit confusing, and it can be hard to monitor this while you're presenting. Selecting the maximize square in the mini control will open it back up to the normal room view. But in this view, instead of a preview, you just get the notification that your screen is being shared. It is possible to get a preview here, although remember, this is a trick that will only work effectively if you're using more than one monitor. In the top right hand corner of the pod, there's an icon for pod options that looks like a bunch of lines. This symbol is colloquially referred to as the hamburger. Clicking on the hamburger will open up the options for that pod. In a screen share pod, one of the options is Preview Screen. Selecting this will display a preview of what you're sharing using the screen share functionality. This means that you now know exactly what your participants can see, and means you aren't constantly stuck asking whether anyone can see your screen. To exit this view, just select the hamburger again and click Preview Screen to disable it. If you're using dual monitors, this can be a handy way to keep track of what your participants can see, and make it a little easier to keep track of what else is going on in the session, like a question in the chat pod, attendee statuses, or anything like that. One word of warning though, be careful to make sure your online room session is not open on the same screen that you're sharing, as this can send you down a bit of a rabbit hole. And if you do go down that rabbit hole, making that SharePod full screen will make it super weird. Probably something to avoid.